Bonner. Is that Hewlett or Hullett?
Hewlett.
Hewlett, Severi.
Hello and welcome to the Bog down here in Duxbury, Massachusetts, as Dartmouth Community Media presents Dartmouth High School Playoff Hockey. Today the Indians taking on Duxbury High School alongside Andrew Santos. I am Paul Santos. I'm standing here at the Bog. We got a big contingent of Dartmouth fans here tonight, which is great to see, especially with the weather. But I don't know, I'm looking at the Bog and I'm thinking, I think they have a home ice advantage over here.
Yeah, for sure. I think with Duxbury, you're going to see a little bit different of an opponent than the last opponent, Westwood. You're going to see a bit more speed, a bit more finesse, a bit more skill. So Dartmouth's definitely got a brutal matchup for themselves here today. But I think they're absolutely more than capable of hanging with this powerhouse team here up here.
Well, Duxbury is the number 5 ranked team in the state in Division II. Dartmouth, the number 12th ranked team. And as you know, Dartmouth beating Westwood in that very exciting overtime thriller 4-3. Meanwhile, Duxbury took care of business, winning their game 6-0 over Auburn Millbury. And of course, with Duxbury being the higher seed, they get the home game. So we'll see what happens here today. You know, Dartmouth, they got some skilled seniors, and they all have played a number of years together. So you take a look out there, and, you know, Indians are certainly not short of talent. And you would think that they'd be able to compete with anybody they play in Division II.
It's all about the little things, right? You want to minimize your mistakes. You want to get the pucks to the net. All the little things are what you're going to be looking at for Dartmouth here.
Well, in that last game, the little things certainly paid off. You know, some big plays down the stretch, some great goaltending by Ashton Machado, only a sophomore. And, of course, that great exciting play when Damian Baderas settled that puck down at the point and made that nice diagonal pass across the J.C. Freights, who went top shelf for a pretty goal to win that game. Very exciting. And a game that you said, and you are correct, the players, the parents, everyone's going to remember that one pretty much for the rest of their lives.
Definitely. And, you know, quoting Herb Brooks here, but great moments are born from great opportunity. And every time you get an overtime game in the playoffs as a high schooler, that's a great opportunity. And it was really fantastic to see JC Freights take advantage for Dartmouth.
Of course, the players have to put that one behind them now a few days ago, and they got to focus on this very tough Duxbury team. The key to winning the game today, anytime you play a team like Duxbury in their rink, right? What do they have to do to win the game? You talk about the little things, but like in general, like should they play more tight checking style? Should they do something different than they've done? Or should they stick with what works?
I would say a combination of the two. I think you want to stick with what your game is and how you play your game. But at the same time, there are things that you got to do too. The little things that I was talking about, we were watching the Westwood game. Every time Dartmouth got the puck, it felt like there was a Westwood guy right on them. And if you're Dartmouth today, that's absolutely what you got to do here today. You got to play them a little bit more physical. You got to be right on them. You got to have pressure. You got to come ready to play right from the beginning. You can't start flat and you can't start on your heels.
And in the Westwood game, there's no question the Indians came out flat for whatever reason in that first period. Total different play by Dartmouth in the second half of that game.
Yeah, you saw right in the second period, they came back, they won that period. The scoreboard, it was 1-1, but they definitely won that period in terms of possession, shots on net, and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see how this game goes here. But again, you got to come out strong right out of the gate. You got to be ready to play, and you got to be all over these guys. You got to play like you want to win.
Well, the PA announcer is announcing the starting lineups. You see Dartmouth being announced right there. Now Duxbury is going to be announced. And then we move on to the national anthem and then some very exciting playoff hockey here in Division II. Great program here at Duxbury. We're looking across the way and we see a number of state championships in the year 2000, 2005, then 2017, and as recently as 2019. So for the Indians to come in here and knock off a team with this kind of tradition, it would be quite an accomplishment.
Definitely. I heard a lot of great things about Duxbury, too. Very well coached. One of my coworkers is actually a former assistant coach at Duxbury, so gave me a couple of things about the team. But now we'll pay attention for the national anthem here.
Playoff hockey about to resume here on Dartmouth Community Media alongside Andrew Santos. I am Paul Santos. Boy, what enthusiasm here in the ring tonight, and it is so great to see this tremendous fan support here by Dartmouth off to our right, especially with the inclement weather, the long drive, but they are here to support their team, and it's great to see.
Great atmosphere, 100%. Thinking about state tournament, this is usually the type of environment that you see. However, given these circumstances, got a lot of snowfall right now. It's a Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. But it's still great to see such a great turnout given the conditions and the timing of the game.
Well, we talk about goaltending so big in the state tournament. And how about the play of Ashton Machado, a sophomore? Great game the other day. We're going to need him again tonight.
Definitely one of the big keys of the game tonight. If Ashton Machado can stay and continue to play how he has been and stay at the top of his game, he'll give Dartmouth a good chance to win the game today, no doubt.
At the other end of the rink, it is goaltender, the junior, Sam Maznek. And we are underway. Duxbury with control of the puck. They slide it down into the offensive zone. Going back to get is Reed Martin. Pursuing him there is Brady Glass. Now goes into the right wing corner. Puck settled in the offensive end here for Duxbury. And the puck is banked out here by Dartmouth. Does it have enough on it for icing? It does just barely make the icing call. And Duxbury gets the early offensive zone faceoff.
Ooh, they say that it's a game of inches, right? Wow, that was just an inch over the goal line. Wow, just made it.
So a face-off to the left of Ashton Machado. Indians getting some terrific goals out of the senior leaders and some great defense from the seniors as Machado is called upon to make an early save. Brady Glass down on the forecheck here for Duxbury. Puck on the near side and flipped out here by the Indians. But it is going to be a face-off down there again in the Dartmouth Indian end. Game off to a little bit of a slow start here as we have a couple of stoppages in play.
Yep, stoppage of play signified by the puck touching the net there. So every time that happens, the ref's going to blow the whistle, and it's going to be a stoppage.
Duxbury still in the offensive end. Puck goes down behind the net. Here's Glass. Glass, nice spin move, looking to move it out in front. Good defense there by the Indians as the centering pass was blocked that time. And that was Cullen Larrabee helping out. Now trying to chip it ahead is Josh Anderson, the senior defenseman. And it is slid out to center ice. Stopped here by Hewlett. Slides right back in the Indian end, and they'll regroup as Luke Caniff takes control for Dartmouth. Chipped into the offensive end. Nick Howarth gets it down there on the goaltender, Masnak. And now it's the Indians' turn to get an offensive zone faceoff.
Feels like a lot more time has elapsed, but only a minute off the clock here. As you were saying, a bunch of stoppages of play. A little bit of a slow start here, but we'll see how the action picks up moving forward.
One thing you're going to notice is the big neutral zones over here. You know, Hedlund is actually a slightly undersized rink, and sometimes the local teams can take that to their advantage. Big neutral zone is a centering pass picked off there by Brendan Bonner. And back comes Duxbury. Indians offensive forecheck, and Reed Martin fires it right back in from his defensive position. Dan Bird now for Duxbury. Winds up in his own end. Early going here. Duxbury and Dartmouth. Second round of the state tournament. Dartmouth against the number 5 seed in Duxbury. They won their first game 6-0 against Auburn. And the Indians trying to stand them up at the blue line, delayed offside. No, it's kept in. Wrist shot. Bouncing puck. Saved by Machado. It was deflected, and Machado had to reach out with the stick.
Dangerous little hop it took there off Luke Caniff's stick. Machado was able to react just in time, make that pad save.
Boy, that's the kind of shot that can cause nightmares in the game of hockey, which makes hockey such a great game.
And just a great little play there by that Duxbury player. He saw that he had some space and some time. He stood there with the puck. He waited for all his players to come on side, and he threw a backhand sauce all the way to the other side of the boards just to be able to get the puck over and have that patience and that type of composure just to even get an opportunity like that. It was a good play.
Riley Murray taking the faceoff here now for Duxbury. He wins it. Glove save by Machado. Oh, a quick shot by Connor O'Connell, and Machado flashes the leather.
Oh, we were just talking about how Machado is going to have to come up big tonight in order to keep Dartmouth in this game. And great him early, a couple of great saves by him early, as he already seems to be doing so.
Wow, big face-off wins here by Duxbury, but that last one, quick shot from the inside of the circle, point-blank range.
Dangerous area.
Oh, Machado just made a tremendous stop. And Duxbury winds up. Feels like Duxbury's had the territorial play. They have a number of shots on net, I believe 3 so far. I do not believe that the Indians had a shot on net yet, as the puck continues to remain down there in the Dartmouth Indian end. Taking it out of the corner. Duxbury now, O'Connell looking to move it out in front. Chipping it away that time is Will Gibson for Dartmouth. Duxbury plays it down deep. Duxbury throws it out in front. Bouncing puck. And now it's finally skated away here by the Indians. Here comes Moniz. Moniz plays it down deep. Nick Howarth goes behind the net on the forecheck. Almost took it away. Gets bumped behind the net. Larrabee down there on the forecheck. Nelson plays it down deep. Indians trying to keep it in. Nelson from the red line fires it right back in. Kai Andrade on the forecheck. Andrade battling behind that Duxbury net. Now from the corner, wrist shot through by Larrabee. Hits the side of the net. One of the better looks at the net for the Indians so far. Continue to battle. Puck comes around the far side. Nick Howarth on the forecheck along with Kai Andrade. Andrade puts his man to the boards as Howarth comes out with it. Howarth plays it back to the point. Pass across. Bouncing puck. Howarth goes to the corner to try to get it. Looking to move it out in front. Indians looking to get a shot that, they can actually get to the net, as there's a lot of Duxbury players clogging up the shooting lanes. And it's bounced out.
A lot of pressure there on Caniff at the point. As soon as he got the puck, the pass from Josh Nelson, there was a Duxbury player right on him. It was a nice play by him to keep the Duxbury player from getting an offensive break there.
Back comes Duxbury. Nice steal here by Reed Martin at the red line as he positions his body against the boards. Chopping away at it, Aiden Harrington. And now Colin Hewlett up through the neutral zone for Duxbury. Opening moments here. 4.5 minutes played first period. Duxbury and Dartmouth. Now a bouncing puck. Diving play that time by a great defense, Josh Nelson. Centering pass saved by Machado. Wrist shot through high and wide of the net. Great job of Machado to keep that pad down.
It was a good play by tough play by Mike Husey there for Duxbury. Got the puck on the point. Wasn't able to settle it. If he was able to get that shot off right there, that's a dangerous shot right there. But it took a second for him to settle it, and then he wasn't able to get the shot off.
Indians with some quick changes here as they dump and change. And Brady Glass behind his own net. Oh, Machado has made 2 great saves so far in the early going. Dartmouth in the neutral ice area. Camisa battling Tyler Walser. Duxbury into the offensive end. Puck slides down on Machado, and Machado hangs on. Duxbury coming at them right now in the early going.
Yeah, as we expected, Duxbury looking fast, quick, and skilled. But Dartmouth bringing the puck down to their end, getting a couple shots on net. Good to see. Got to try to keep up that pressure. Bring it to the next shift.
David Pettinger with another big save by Machado after the big face-off win by Duxbury. Oh, Machado somehow watched that puck all the way through. Dartmouth moves it out. Cullen Larrabee picking up Kai Andrade. Larrabee getting checked right away by Duxbury. Nick Silveri to the blue line. Indians try to keep it in. They do. Play offside as Howarth was cutting in. Just went outside the blue line.
I don't know about that one. You had one ref waving it off, and then one ref who was further away from the blue line calling it offside. A little bit of a frustrating play there for Dartmouth. You see a couple of the coaches with their hands up.
Face off now, Duxbury. Into the offensive end. Walser couldn't get the shot off. Here comes J.C. Freites. Freites bumped immediately that time by Pettinger. Down deep, out centering pass, and it's chipped away by the defenseman. Indians on the forecheck. Aiden Cruz creating there for that opportunity. Reed Martin gambles to keep it in. Gets the pass back from Medeiros. Martin down deep. Plays it back to Medeiros. Medeiros with a blast. Deflected wide. J.C. Freites on the forecheck. Throws it out in front. Tipped. And it's deflected wide. Out in front of the net was Aiden Cruz getting a tip. And it's iced.
Good little play there from J.C. Freites. He's on the boards. He realizes that they haven't really had a bunch of opportunities early on here so far and figures, hey, the heck with it. I'm just going to throw it right at the net. Those are the types of plays that you got to do if you want to win the game. You got to score those dangerous types of goals.
Aiden Cruz in front of the net got a tip. And it just went wide of goaltender Sam Mazanek, who hasn't seen anywhere near the rubber as Ashton Machado is seen at the other end. Indians lose. Almost a breakaway that time by number 7, Aiden Harrington.
Strange little bounce there the puck was having. It's hard to settle it.
Hard forecheck here by Dartmouth. As Charlie Camisa went hard into the corner. Almost got the puck, but Duxbury comes out with it. Duxbury looking smooth and skilled. Trying to get by Caniff. Caniff with a nice defensive play to ride him off. Back to the point. Wrist shot through a screen. Saved by Machado as he keeps that pad down. And the puck is iced, but it's no icing as it hit a Duxbury player on the way out. So the Indians have to make some adjustments here because they're not going to be able to sustain a lot of those shots that Duxbury's been getting here in the early going.
Yeah, definitely. The more shots through traffic that Duxbury gets, eventually one of those is going to go in. You got to limit all those opportunities as much as possible if you're Dartmouth. You got to try to stay on those D-men if you're the wingers.
Face off down now to the right of Sam Maznek. 7:20 to go here in the first period. Glad to have you looking in here on Dartmouth Community Media from the Bog. Paul Santos and Andrew Santos along with you for the ride. Reed Martin keeps it in. Nick Howarth goes behind the net for Dartmouth. Gets hit to the boards by Mike Husey. Indians trying to keep it in. Duxbury on the break. Kai Andrade slides it down. Nick Howarth couldn't control. Duxbury moves it back the other way. Riley Murray down deep behind the net. Josh Nelson gets taken to the boards by one of the Duxbury forecheckers, Murray. Puck in the face-off circle. That's Reed Martin. He'll get it out. And the Indians change up. You know, the Indians are trying to break the other way, and Duxbury almost looks like they're a moment away from a 3-on-1 all the time. Got to be careful.
Yeah, the neutral zone play has been on point for Duxbury so far. A little bit of a funny moment there between the two crowds here. Yeah, Duxbury starting to chant, "Let's go Dragons." Died off pretty quickly, and the Dartmouth fans coming back with a "We can't hear you" chant. Always fun to see. It's always in good fun.
Yeah, the atmosphere, second to none in these state tournament games.
The fans trying to help bring some of the intensity to the Dartmouth side.
J.C. Freights on the forecheck, as well as Damian Medeiros. Cruz steals it. Out in front. Oh, he was looking for Freights. Shot goes wide. Getting a piece of that was Dave Pettinger to break that up. Freights down there.
What a play by the Duxbury goalie to get his paddle over there to prevent that pass out front.
Tyler Wassler intercepted. Here's Martin. One shot deflected out of play by Braden Bonner. Oh, it looked like the Indians were going to get a good look at the net, but good defense by Duxbury.
Well, anytime you see Reed Martin cruising through the slot, it's a good opportunity for Dartmouth. So, unfortunately, deflects off a stick, goes up, hits the rafter. And now we got an offensive zone face-off here.
Duxbury controls, and they move it out through the neutral zone. Turning on the Jets, Brendan Bonner. Trying to do a self-pass, but Reed Martin steals it. 3-on-2 break for the Indians. Martin to the net. Oh, couldn't get the shot off. Now he tries to center it out in front. Couldn't do it. Great defense there by Wick Ross. Number 20 to the defenseman to get his stick on it. Centering pass, intercepted. And back comes Duxbury. Brendan Hewlett trying to cut to the net. Hewlett knocked down by Josh Nelson at the last second. And the net comes dislodged. Good defense at both ends of the arena.
Good no call there by the referee. You see a body go down like that, and you think the worst. Tripping penalty, maybe. You never really know what these refs are going to call in these playoff games here, but luckily made the right call there.
And back at the other end, defenseman Wick Ross deflecting that shot that Reed Martin had as Reed Martin was deking after making that interception. Chance here now for Howarth. Howarth picking up Kai Andre. Can he get it to him? He does, but it bounces over his stick. Bouncing puck, very tough to handle for Andrade. And a pretty good recovery there by Duxbury. Howarth lays the body here in the neutral zone. Howarth.
We've seen it before. The puck can just be so difficult to handle when it's on its side like that and it's coming at you. Tough bounce there.
Howarth went flying, no call. Play offside in the neutral zone. Face-off coming up. Play starting to pick up now after a slow start.
Yep, couple of good offensive opportunities there for Dartmouth as they seem to be waking up a little bit. Holding on for the first few minutes there, and now it seems like we're starting to get a couple opportunities here.
This is Colin Hewlett. Goes down behind Machado. Big forecheck here by Riley Murray. Back to the point it goes. Some good point play in the offensive end here by Duxbury. Seems like when the Indians try to get it past the point man is able to settle it down and get it down on net. Camisa. Again, couldn't chip it out. Now from the circle, Quick wrist shot high and wide of the net. Yeah, the Indians got to get the puck out of their own end and get it past those point men.
Yeah, Duxbury definitely likes to use their defense in the O zone. They don't like to throw it in front too much. There's a lot of traffic. So if you're Dartmouth, you gotta try to stay on those defensemen if you're a winger.
Evan Moniz with a big hit, followed up by Reed Martin as the physical play picks up. Again, Duxbury keeping it in at the point temporarily. And the puck goes down in the Indian end, and the Indians get their top line back out there again. Damian Medeiros almost had to steal. Reed Martin winding up. 3:35 to go here in the first period at the Bog. Here's Aiden Cruz. Goes behind the net. Quick centering pass. And nice deflection there by the Duxbury defense as Damian Medeiros couldn't get a stick on it. Once again, the Indians take a long shot from center ice. Bounces wide of Maznek. That worked out in the last game.
Hey, just get those pucks in deep. Anything can happen, right?
Aiden Cruz couldn't get it. Chance here for Duxbury to the net. Machado with the poke check.
Just great defense there from Dartmouth.
Indian player knocked down behind the net. Under 3 minutes to go in the first period. Quick centering pass, saved by Machado. Keeps that pad down on the short side.
Machado didn't even have to move for that one. He had the whole side of the net blocked. He was ready for it.
I think they're going to get a hooking penalty against J.C. Freights, unfortunately. Barreling into the offensive end, probably thinking that here's an offensive chance for Dartmouth. Got himself tangled up with a Duxbury player. As soon as that Duxbury player went down, you knew it was going to be a hook.
Yeah, tough break for Dartmouth.
Especially where Duxbury has really been carrying the play. I hate to say it, but they have, and now you put them on a power play.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get out of the first period at 0-0, you're in a good position. Now you got the last 2 minutes of the period on the PK. Let's see if we can kill it off here.
Luke Caniff on the kill there along with Cullen Larrabee. Howarth and Reed Martin out there as well. Martin hurls it around. Not going to be strong enough to get past the point man who keeps it in. Right wing corner. And this time, Reed Martin is able to slide it down. 1:36 to go on the power play. 2:11 in the period. See if the Indians can kill this very, very important point in the game where the Indians are on the penalty kill. Look at that smooth skating by Duxbury into the offensive end. Taken away by Howarth. Howarth is thinking about a break. He gets by his man, and he's picking up Kamiza. Kamiza couldn't get the backhander off as Aiden Harrington got back. Indians got two players in deep now. They got to get back.
What a little backhand chip there to Kamiza there to get that opportunity. Duxbury playing great defense there. Had the stick in the shot lane right there already, ready to go.
See Duxbury taking a shot from center ice to create the offensive zone faceoff. Not a bad idea with 57 seconds left on a power play.
You can just tell what a good opponent Duxbury is just based off of that last play there. You know, you see the little break. They had a couple of bounces go their way. They pass it over into the slot, and then they get the puck on the stick, and then even then, they're not able to get the shot off.
Bouncing puck. Reed Martin gets in the way of that one. Duxbury at the top of the faceoff circle. Trying to play it across, taken away here by Damian Medeiros. Tries to kill off some time. Really the smart play here.
Really smart play from Medeiros.
And now he blasts it.
And instead he burns off a good 5-10 seconds. Tries to recoup, tries to maybe even possess it. Very smart play there by Damian Medeiros.
Since he knew he didn't have time to have a shorthanded opportunity. Reed Martin in deep to the Indians. Clear this one out. Kept in. Puck down behind Machado. Some crucial seconds here. 13 seconds left on the power play. Indians. And it slid out here by Martin. 8 seconds left on the power play. 45 seconds left in the period. Indians. Josh Nelson gets at the center ice. Slid back down. Penalty is over. Nice kill by the Indians now. If they can just get out of the period. Intercepted at the blue line. From the circle. Bouncing puck, open net. Scott! Oh, great save by Machado. I thought the puck slid behind him. Machado goes into the dive and makes the stop. Here comes Howarth. Howarth. 16 seconds left. Machado on his stomach. Spread eagle to make the stop. Dangerous turnover there by the Indians, though. 3 seconds left in the period. Will they get one more shot off? No, they will not. And the period comes to a conclusion. And wow, after the penalty was over, Duxbury kept the puck in at that blue line, and they went down. And oh, what a save by Machado!
What a sequence at the end of the period there. It almost looked like it happened in slow motion. I think Dartmouth was expecting there to be an offsides call there, but it was actually a good wave off by the ref. It did not completely cross the blue line, which it needs to do in order to be called offside. And then they come in, they send the pass from the left side to the right side, and as they do that, Machado goes down into that split where he's on his stomach almost, and the whole top side of the net was open, but the Duxbury player wasn't able to get the shot off right away. So Machado got over, and then he actually was able to get his blocker or his glove on it or something. But what a fantastic save by Machado. Man. Unbelievable.
That was an unbelievable save. And, he was on his stomach, and his skate was up in the air, and I think his lace was bouncing around, and it almost looked like the puck for a second. And I thought, oh, no, don't tell me that's in the net. But no, Machado with a tremendous stop. But I got to tell you, Andrew, the Indians, they're going to have to tighten things up as we go along. I know they're going to tire, but if they don't tighten things up, it's really going to hurt them down the stretch. They really need to stop Duxbury's offensive opportunity somehow.
It's definitely tough when you're playing in your opponent's rink, and the rink is bigger than your home rink, the rink that you're used to. So you see the first line out there all the time. Maybe at home, you can't really do that as much at these bigger rinks because you tire a little bit quicker. You're not as conditioned for it. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on here moving forward, how the Indians kind of hold up with their stamina.
Just noticing head coach Mike Capello talking to one of the referees as we head to the first intermission. So interesting what that conversation might have been. Well, at the end of one, it's Duxbury 0 and Dartmouth 0. We'll have the second period action right here on Dartmouth Community Media straight ahead. Stay with us. 0-0, Dartmouth and Duxbury as we head to period number 2 at the Bog down here in Kingston, Massachusetts, alongside Andrew Santos. I am Paul Santos. Well, I'm thinking about who might be the number one star for the Indians in that first period. I think hands down, goaltender Ashton Machado.
Yep, we talked about it at the beginning of the game about what a key to the game Ashton Machado is going to be. And he showed it throughout the first period. I think he made a couple of great saves. I think it could easily, very well be 2-0 right now if it weren't for him. And he's showing up to play as we expected.
Not only the difficult glove save, which was really the save of the period, a couple of big kick saves, but how about just keeping that pad down at crucial times with, bouncing pucks coming from at bad angles. Something that could sneak in and he's that pad right there, fundamentally sound.
It's funny because he's a sophomore, but he plays with the composure and the experience. He looks like a senior out there, It looks like nothing really rattles him. It looks like he stays composed. He stays in the right spots. He always makes the right save.
Now, of course, he's got to withstand 2 more periods of this. And we'll see what happens, as Duxbury is one of those teams that really keeps coming at you, and they take an advantage of that big neutral zone here at this Bog Arena.
Yeah, hopefully Dartmouth has played through their nerves so far, because they can't continue to give away the puck like they did a couple of times in the first period there, especially at the end there where we thought it could have been almost offsides, but it wasn't. The ref made the right call there. But you really got to limit the mistakes here if you're Dartmouth.
All right, the teams are back on the ice, as you can see, and we'll see what happens. The Indians are going to need some more offensive opportunities, I think. And hopefully the Indians will be able to do that. So we will see what happens here in period number 2. I know they got a couple of chances there. I think I can remember one time Reed Martin stole a puck and moved in and got an offensive opportunity. I know that in the defensive end, there was some nice defensive plays. Josh Nelson breaking up a couple of key plays. So, the Indians have been doing what they do all year to keep this at 0-0 as we head into the second period.
Again, yeah. Sorry, I got cut off there a little bit, but a little bit of a difficulty there. But, yeah, again, as I was saying, you got to limit those mistakes there because Duxbury is the type of team where they will capitalize.
I always say the first goal is big in hockey, especially playoff hockey. I can't think of a bigger game right here where that first goal is really going to mean a lot. Some agitation right here, right off the draw. Aiden Cruz, along with Brendan Hewlett. Duxbury gets control, and the puck goes into the offensive end for them. Indians couldn't get that break. Damian Medeiros tried to sneak down the middle. Now a chance here for J.C. Freites. Freites to the corner, out in front. Great save that time by the goaltender. Oh, out in front. Another shot. Goes wide of the net. Oh, that looked like that was Damian Medeiros at the other post.
What a dish by Freites. Right on the backhand, right through the slot. And a great save there.
Maznek making the stop. Biggest chance for the Indians from the point. Caniff. Down to Freites. Taken away. Here comes Hewlett. Hewlett bumped by Damian Medeiros as the play is offside. Face-off coming up. What a great chance there for Dartmouth.
Yeah, really like one of the first real good, chances of the game there. Again, J.C. Freites with a nice dish across the slot to, we believe it was Damian Medeiros there. Or possibly Aiden Cruz.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But again, a nice save by Maznek.
Maznek, his first real huge test of the game, I would say. He's made some pretty solid routine tests, but that was the biggest one as the puck goes across. And Machado had to be ready for that one as he had the stick and the paddle down on the ice.
And he went into that same type of split that Machado did at the end of the first period to make that stop in front. Maznek.
Kai Andrade looking to move it by the wing, couldn't do it. Now Dartmouth behind their own net. Looking for Howarth on the near side. Teams jockeying for position. Centering pass. Taken away by Dartmouth's Larrabee. Larrabee's going to slide that one all the way down, but that's going to be icing against Dartmouth and a defensive zone faceoff. Now you see the positioning of the benches, right? The benches are in reverse position. In other words, the bench is in the offensive zone rather than the defensive zone. Now, what kind of problems can that cause?
Well, you gotta look at the offsides. So looks like the Dartmouth defense is gonna have to jump over the boards there to stay onside.
Damian Medeiros breaking out now, picking up Cruz. Shot blocked. Puck on the near side. Goes a little bit out of our view. Puck bounces in the net. No, a save by the goaltender, Mazanek. And that one was dangerous.
But yeah, it definitely can be an advantageous position for Dartmouth, being on the bench in the offensive zones. They can just hop right over the boards, take that stretch pass, take it right into the zone. Be dangerous for sure. A little bit advantageous there, but for both squads.
Right, advantageous for the offense for both squads. Face off now to the left of Mazanek. It's like Mazanek was talking to the official there for a moment. John Bichot plays the puck down deep. Evan Moniz drills his man into the boards. Penalty coming up, as on the receiving end was Connor O'Connell. And interference is the call. I thought maybe it'd be a hit from behind, but interference is the call. Oh, now the Duxbury guy is going over the bench.
Yeah, just not really a smart play there by Evan Moniz. You see the guy's numbers, and you drill him into the board. You see his neck kind of bend a different way. Just not very good discipline there.
Something like that can fire up the opponent a little bit, too. You saw how agitated, Duxbury was after that play. One of them had to be pulled back from the Dartmouth bench, so it might take the game to another level of adrenaline over here.
Yeah, and you absolutely just got to try to stay out of the box moving forward. You can't keep giving Duxbury power play like this. Eventually, they will capitalize.
So this is the second time now that the Indians are on the PK. They killed that first one off at the tail end of the first period. Aiden Harrington stops. Pass across, knocked down by Aiden Cruz. Backhanded out by Nelson. It's a chance. Freights. Saved by Mazanek. Oh, Mazanek robbed him a clean breakaway.
What an opportunity.
Short-handed.
What an opportunity for Freights. Unfortunately, he wasn't really able to settle the puck. As you can see, the puck was kind of trickling on its side until he was too late in, and then he wasn't even really able to make a deke by then. He kind of just had to try and shoot. He tried to get it over the blocker. Wasn't able to find the twine on that one.
What a chance for Freights. Short-handed opportunity for the Indians. Thing is, in a state tournament game, opportunities like that don't come too often, as Cullen Larrabee goes hard into the corner. So when you get them, got to take advantage of them. Back comes Duxbury. Shot wider than that. Oh, he had Machado leaning the other way. Another shot from a bad angle. Machado has the pad down. Near the net it goes. Score! Brendan Bonner.
Yeah, tough break for Dartmouth there. They had a breakaway, and then it looked like they almost could have got another breakaway. Then it comes back in. You got the undisciplined penalty. Again, you got to stay out of the box. Looked like a nice little backhand in tight, and then it almost looked like it was going top shelfer. It went behind the back of Machado, and then I guess the rebound got buried there. Kind of tough to see from this angle, but nonetheless, Duxbury up 1-0.
Power play goal there for Brendan Bonner and the 1-0 Duxbury lead. Well, as Andrew pointed out, it's 2 times now that the Indians have had to kill off a penalty. And you combine that with not being able to finish on the breakaway, and Duxbury has the lead. Luke Caniff. Up ahead, wing to wing, Damian Medeiros. Medeiros, shot, saved that time by Maznek. Evan Moniz trying to get the rebound. He's surrounded by like 4 Duxbury players.
Medeiros going for the little Austin Matthews toe drag shot there.
That was Aiden Cruz. I'm sorry, on the trying to get the rebound there.
Yep, Damian Medeiros going a little toe drag shot there that we see from Austin Matthews, the NHL, all the time. A little bit high at the point there. Not exactly the best angle. and clean look by the Duxbury goaltender right into the chest.
Indians play it into the right wing corner. Damian Medeiros looking to move it out in front. Duxbury the other way, now taken by Freites. Freites slides it right back in on Maznek. And Maznek covers up as Damian Medeiros charging in for the rebound. Big offensive zone faceoff here for Dartmouth.
A pretty smart move there from J.C. Freites. He's kind of gliding towards the red line, and he gets rid of the puck. He sees he doesn't have any types of passing lanes to his teammates, so he just throws it back in the zone. And now he's got an offensive draw here.
Medeiros' shot is deflected wide. Reed Martin. Hard into the offensive end. Martin. Oh, he gets tripped. Penalty coming up. Indians trying to keep this play going. Delayed call. Machado trying to get off the ice. Here's Martin. And finally, it is possessed by Duxbury. And I tell you, the Indians had to be careful there because Reed Martin looked like he retaliated a little bit, but they didn't call it. Roughing is the call against Duxbury.
Dangerous. I can hear the sound of his helmet and stick slamming into the ice through my headset. Thankfully, Reed Martin is okay. He got right back up.
Can't believe Dan Bird is on his way to the penalty box. He's actually complaining about the call.
I think he wanted a matching penalty from that retaliation by
Reed
Martin.
Maybe,
possibly.
Yes.
But, hey, nonetheless, we got Dartmouth here. Down 1-0 in the second period. And now we have a 2-minute power play for Dartmouth. So let's see if we can capitalize on this opportunity. Hopefully tie this game up, bring the momentum back in our favor.
And always be careful because Duxbury might be looking for the shorthanded opportunity like teams do in high school level. There's a shot through by Martin, blocked in front. Damian Medeiros setting up at the circle. Medeiros, saved by Maznek. Cruz behind the net. Right wing corner it goes. Indians back to Martin. Martin with a shot. Blocked that time by Harrington. 30 seconds gone on the penalty. Medeiros couldn't get it across.
Great.
Brady Glass slides it down.
Great block by Harrington there at the point. Those are the type of sacrificial plays that you got to make in order to win the playoff hockey games. He looked like it bounced right off his skate, and those hurt.
Aiden Cruz, just a freshman. Cruz out in front. Bouncing puck. Freites. Saved by Maznek. Didn't see it till the last second. Here's Martin with a shot. Bouncing puck loose in front. They tried to get a turnaround shot off. Couldn't do it. And now a break the other way. Aiden Harrington on the shorthand. Cutting to the net. Saved by Machado on the short side. 45 seconds left on the power play. Freites, wing to wing. Nelson was getting off. Slides back down. Chipped up in the air. Collected here by Duxbury. Shot. Glove saved by Machado. Leaves it behind his net. 30 seconds left on the power play. Here come the Indians. Larrabee. Larrabee turning on the Jets. Picking up Kamiza to the net. Save, and he caught it. Maznek caught it. And the Indians trying to hack it out of his glove, and Maznek didn't like it.
Oh, man, a little skill move. What happened was Maznek got the glove on it, but it actually bounced out of the glove and into the air. And then Larrabee tried to bat that into the net. But luckily
right?
for Maznek, he actually just went right back into his glove. He was able to squeeze it up, cover it up.
Indians trying to move it to the slot area. Caniff goes hard into the corner to try to keep it in. Kamiza covers at the point. Good play by Kamiza as Larrabee fires it through the neutral zone. There's Howarth. Howarth, shot is blocked. Howarth to the circle, wrist shot. Howarth still has it. Bump from behind, penalty over. Duxbury back the other way. Steele. Larrabee. Couldn't get the shot off. Slips on the ice. Oh, lost an edge.
Tough little break there for Larrabee. You know exactly what he was trying to do with it, and he just couldn't get it off. But you see Dartmouth, when it's even strength now in the second period, they seem to be skating right with Duxbury in the second period here. So hopefully they can get some more opportunities here. And again, as I said before the power play, tie up the game.
John Bichot on the face-off. Puck on the near side. Goes out of our eyesight a little bit when it's on the near side. No, the same with the viewers at home. We have our camera over here with the packed house here at the Bog. And that's going to be an interference call against the Indians. Shot goes wide of the net. The puck had not arrived when the hit was delivered. And Reed Martin is on his way to the penalty box. Not a good play there by Reed Martin.
And I don't know if I saw it a little differently, but it looked like the puck got there to me.
Okay.
So I don't know about that one. You know, it was pretty close. Shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. It was a hard hit, and he went down quick. It makes the ref a little bit more apt to throw the hand up. Maybe the puck didn't get there in time. But again, just another killer penalty kill for Dartmouth here.
It's tough because you want to play aggressive. You want to play physical. You have to match them into physicality.
Yeah, and Martin was lining him up before he even got the puck, so maybe that had to do with it too. But again, I mean, he got it, and then he got hit. So is that interference? I mean, he has the puck.
Duxbury with a chance to go up two, which would be absolute murder for the Indians. They got to kill this one off here midway through the hockey game. Looking for a wraparound, I thought, for a second. They line up in the power play. Duxbury playing it down deep. This is Glass. Wide of the net. Harrington. Back to Hussey. Shot goes wide of the net. Here's Harrington again. Taken away by Dartmouth and cleared out by Nelson.
Nice play there. Freights,
excuse me.
Freights had a stick on the ice. Exactly what you want it, where you want to have it. Duxbury player tried to get it by him. Hits right on the blade. Gets it out of the zone. Big play there in the penalty kill.
Puck slid down wide of the net. 1 minute left on the power play. 6:29 to go in the second period. 1-0 Duxbury. From the Bog in Kingston, Massachusetts. Duxbury now into the offensive end they go. Wrist shot high and wide by Tyler Wassler. Long rebound, which actually benefits the Indians. Down to the final 40 seconds. Still plenty of time here on the power play for Duxbury. Down there to help out is Nick Howarth. Again, the players on the near side. Nice pass across. Wrist shot. Saved by Machado out of the top of his crease.
Look at how aggressive Machado was on that save. The puck came all the way from the left side of the arena, all the way up to the top right defenseman. And look at that contest that he had on that shot. He came all the way out to the top of the crease. He was all over that. Great play there by Machado.
Nice read because he knew that was pretty much where the shot was going to come from. And so he came out and challenged them successfully. 15 seconds left on the Duxbury power play. Indians need this kill. Nick Howarth now on the forecheck as Nick Silveri goes back to get it. Howarth pins him against the boards temporarily. And the penalty is over as Reed Martin comes out. Nice play there by Camisa to steal it away.
No lucky break there. That was definitely interference on that hit. The ref just must have not seen it.
Martin tries to go to the net. Martin out in front. Great save by Maznek of Camisa.
Oh, what an opportunity for Camisa in the slot there. The Duxbury defense all over it there.
Counter attack by Duxbury. Kick save by Machado as he gets the skate out.
And the Duxbury forward just a little bit too deep there to be able to play that rebound. Luckily for Dartmouth, it just trickles right by him, and he's unable to get his head or his stick on it.
Two big saves, 200 feet apart from each other. Now the Indians trying to keep it out of their own end, but another chance for Duxbury. Out in front, broken up by Caniff. Oh, there was a man wide open in front of the net. 4.5 to go in the period. Indians hanging around late in the second. Long pass ahead. Damian Medeiros has to settle that one down. It's going to be offside, bouncing puck. Wow, a save down here by Maznek where he kind of went into that fan out. And then at the other end, Machado with the left skate.
Yeah, a great little pad save by Machado. Kicks it out just past that Duxbury forward. And, man, what a crucial stop that was and a crucial non-rebound attempt by Duxbury.
4:22 left here in the second period. Puck slides down behind Maznek. Kai Andrade on the forecheck. Indians can't keep it in the offensive end, and there's an attack here now by Duxbury. Machado behind his net. He'll hurl it around the wing Forechecking right now is Duxbury as they keep it behind the net. Hewlett out of the corner. Nice play by Nelson to go over there and poke it away. Caniff. Somehow it stays in the arena. It's going to be icing. I thought it went out of the arena, but it stayed in the arena and a face-off down in the Dartmouth Indian end.
Yeah, perhaps put a little bit more juice on that than he wanted to. Did the right thing, get it up off the glass out of their D zone. The only problem is it went all the way down for an icing, and now they're all the way back in for a defensive zone face-off.
3:45 left on the second period. Off the face-off. Score! Dan Bird makes it 2-0 Duxbury.
Well, another tough break for Dartmouth there. Duxbury winning the offensive zone faceoff, and that's why these offensive zone faceoffs are so crucial in the playoff hockey, because you could just have a bang-bang play like that. You got the winger right at the top of the circle. If the faceoff win lands tape to tape, oh boy.
Looks like something Duxbury spends a lot of time practicing, because that happened a couple of times earlier in the game, and Machado made a phenomenal stop. But if you win that faceoff and it at the net in the first half second, one of these times it's going in, and that time it did for Dan Bird.
You just got to try to identify that guy if you're Dartmouth. Try to get as many blocking bodies in the shot lane as possible. Try to keep that from happening. Rush at him, put some pressure on him, keep him from getting that shot off. But again, it was so fast, bang bang, and just really nothing Machado could do. I mean, right over the shoulder, in pretty tight, right from the circle there.
3:15 left now in period number 2. 2-0 Duxbury. Face off down the Dartmouth Indian end. Reed Martin up on the wing. Kept in by Duxbury. Wrist shot through. Save that time by Machado. Indian fans trying to root on Dartmouth here late in the second. Nick Howarth tries to go coast to coast. Almost got the shot off. Lost possession at the last second. Puck played down at the Duxbury end. Camisa couldn't get a hold of it. We have a whistle over here. Is a play offside? Appears to be the case, as the faceoff will be just outside the Duxbury blue line with 2:40 to go here in the second period. Now you think back a couple of plays there, the Indian breakaway, that bang-bang play to Camisa. Couple of chances there. On the other hand, Duxbury's had a few that could have gone in too.
Yeah, I mean, you're right there with them. You just got to try to capitalize and execute.
Caniff spinning at the blue line. Oh, Caniff, man, he got wrecked.
And I don't know how that's not a hit to the head. I mean, you could hear the crack of his helmet.
O'Connell hit him. Centering pass, backhander. Score! Nelson! James Sherrier. It's 2-1.
And my mistake, it looked like there was actually a delayed penalty on that play. But Sherrier comes in, capitalizes anyways.
James Sherrier, the junior forward, flips it over Masnek to cut the lead to 2-1.
Oh, a huge goal there for Dartmouth. If you're entering the third period down 2-0, that's a huge hole. 2-1, it's a completely different story. Especially in a tight game like this, playoff hockey. But again, that's why we always say, get pucks to the net. Get pucks to the net. When you get pucks to the net, good things can happen, right?
What a huge goal for the Indians. The Dan Bird goal coming with 3:42 to go, so that's only about a minute and a half later. Sherrier answers back, makes it a totally different game, obviously at 2-1. Coming out of a crowd, number 8, not number 6, putting it in the net. And it was on a delayed call. Shot goes wide of the net. Now these last couple of minutes.
Yeah, there's one trailing referee with their hand up there. Just wasn't able to identify them while the play was going on.
Yeah. Final couple of minutes here of the period. Crucial. Here's a pass up ahead. Here's Freitz. Freights to the net. He's tripped. I don't see any indication by an official that there's any penalty. Freights is pleading his case.
Unfortunately, pleading your case doesn't really do much for you. It's very, very, very rare when an official turns over a call like that. And to go from a no call to a call.
I was actually thinking
often.
Penalty shot for a second.
Yeah, it's not very often that you see them go from a no call and change their mind. But yeah, I can see the frustration from JC Freights there. He's trying to cut in, had one hand on the stick, tried to bring it in, just wasn't able to get it off.
Face off the Indians in the offensive end. Medeiros looking to keep it in. Here comes Aiden Harrington. Pass up ahead. Haniff hurries back. JC Freights into the offensive end. Cruz tried to keep it in, and Cruz is saying that it was in, and he's arguing it.
All of the Dartmouth players and coaches have their hands on their head. And from our vantage point, we were unable to see where the puck was. There's a lot of fans in front of the glass. But right away, Damian Medeiros is right in the middle of the ice, and he has the best look at it. And right away, he puts his hands up to his helmet. That's when you know that the ref blew that one.
And they were arguing it, but you got to be careful.
Yeah, you got to try to – again, the refs don't overturn their calls, so you got to try to stay disciplined no matter how wrong the call may seem. You know, you got to try to not turn it into an unsportsmanlike penalty or something like that too.
1 minute left here in period number 2 in this 2-1 state tournament game. Freights just does get it over the blue line and out to center ice. Back comes Glass. Drop pass. And it looks like the puck was played with a high stick. Faceoff will be coming up with 45.3 seconds left in period number 2. Totally different feel after that Sharrier goal.
Yep. And if you're Dartmouth, you know, you just can't get frustrated at some of these calls here. You just got to put your head down. You got to keep playing. I said that last game too, and it rings true for any playoff game that you're in. You just can't get frustrated. You got to keep playing your game. You got to keep putting your head down and keep working.
Severi, a big sound on the near boards. I'm not sure what happened, but it was
a skirmish on the boards.
Big thundering hit. And it is out of our view what's going on down there. I know we have second camera location on the replay.
And I think I just saw a player swing a stick. And that's absolutely something that you don't want to see.
Now, who's the penalty going to be against? That's the key.
And again, from our vantage point, there are a lot of fans here. So this near side of the ice, we don't really have a good look at it. It looks like a trainer's running out onto the ice to assist a player. And it looks like we're going to have a couple of penalties on Dartmouth.
Goaltender Sam Mazinek came out of the net. Ashley Machado of the Indians came out of the net to go over and see what was going on. We can't see who's down over there.
We couldn't even see the hit. All we could hear was the sound, really.
I think it was a Duxbury player. The Duxbury player, I believe, that's down there.
So looks like we have a penalty for the initial hit and then a matching penalty for the events that took place after. And we'll see if this is a 5-minute major blow to Dartmouth.
All as we could see from our vantage point is players coming to the near side and the thundering sound of the boards being hit.
And you got to hope the player is okay. And it seems like he's skating off on his own, which is always good to see. You never want to see a player get hurt, no matter what side it's on.
Right, absolutely. That's Hustler. We're glad to see him skate off the ice, but we don't know if it was an injury based on a legal hit or whether it was something that happened that was not a legal hit.
He seems to be making his way to the locker room. Don't know if he's going to be doing a concussion protocols. You don't know if they're looking at his ankle or what. Again, we're not able to see the hit. We just kind of heard the sound. Again, I saw a stick kind of swing there. Just something that you don't want to see, even as just a hockey fan in general. You know, you don't want to see any of the players get hurt. So now, I've seen this many times before in my hockey career, and I'm sure as your career as a fan. it's going to take a little while to kind of figure this out here.
So it is going to be a 5-minute penalty
Yep.
against Josh Nelson. And that is an absolute killer.
And they must be getting him for boarding, hit from behind.
Now, something happened after that. If there was a retaliation for whatever happened, you would think that perhaps there'd be something there. But to try to kill off a 5-minute penalty against this Duxbury team, that's a big hill to climb.
And again, like it just comes down to discipline. You can't lay a kid out when you see the numbers at the boards. You know, again, I didn't really see the hit, but the sound and the fact that they're being assessed a 5-minute major, that's just a really, really tough blow for Dartmouth. I mean, you just scored a goal to bring your team back within one after falling down 2-0 against a big powerhouse team like Duxbury. And now you're going to be entering the second period with 4.5 minutes on the penalty kill. I mean, that's huge. Major implications on the outcome of the game right here with this 5-minute major. Let's hope Dartmouth can kill it off here, but it's going to be a tough next 5 minutes for them for sure.
Well, it's 37 seconds left in the second period, so we'll get into the locker room, but still, you know, you're going to start the third period. You're down a goal. You're trying to come from behind. You have to kill off 90% of that 5-minute penalty pretty much, as if you can't, you know, kill it the first 37 seconds here. And then in a major penalty, the player doesn't come back. So they could just be pumping in one goal after another if you can't stop them. So this is really, really, really tough. I know we have a camera at another location, and during the replay, you'd be able to see the other angle. But on the live stream that people are watching right now on YouTube, you would not be able to see it. Yeah. And we were completely blocked by the fans.
Yeah, as we normally have access to the replay ourselves, so a little bit tougher for us to be able to tell kind of what happened on that one.
22 seconds left on the second period, actually. Here comes Duxbury. Still have their legs. Around the net they go. Machado was down and out. Saved by Machado, even though he had lost his stick. That is a great save by Machado. 4 seconds left in the period. Centering pass. Puck loose in the crease. And the Indians kill off the rest of it. But unfortunately, trailing 2-1, we're going to start the third period for the first 4:23 with a man disadvantage.
And I've said this a couple of times, but just another big clutch save by Machado there in the closing minutes of the period again to keep his team within one here, to give his team a fighting chance. But again, I mean, the first third of the next period, they're going to be on the penalty kill, and they're down one. So a bit of a disadvantage here to start the next period, and just a really, really tough blow to be going down on the PK to start off the period.
Brendan Bonner got the first goal to make it 1-0 Duxbury. Dan Bird got a goal to make it 2-0. The Brendan Bonner goal was on the power play. The Dan Bird goal was at even strength. Then James Charia cut it to 2-1 with 2:15 to go in the second period before the big 5-minute major against Josh Nelson. At the end of 2, it is Duxbury 2 and Dartmouth 1. Third period coming up next here on Dartmouth Community Media. 2-1 Duxbury from the Bog in Kingston, Massachusetts. Glad to have you looking in here on Dartmouth Community Media. Alongside Andrew Santos, I am Paul Santos. Well, if there was ever a big penalty kill that had to occur, this is the biggest ever. 4:23 left. This major, it's an absolute must kill. The Indians really needing to
There we go.
kill that off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really, really tough blow to Dartmouth. Again, as we were saying at the end of the second period, and it really doesn't help that you got Josh Nelson on the receiving end of the penalty call. He's one of your top senior defensemen, and he's the type of guy that's out there playing big minutes on the penalty kill. So now he's going to spend the next 5 minutes in the box. So that makes the penalty kill even more crucial, not having your big senior stud out there. It's just going to be a really, really tough next 4 minutes for Dartmouth. However, I think if Dartmouth can kill this off, then they have a pretty good chance to come back and win this game.
Well, the lift that they would have from killing off a major penalty would really be something that they could build on, no question, right?
The momentum works in mysterious ways, and we see it all the time. If you got Duxbury out here for almost 5 minutes and they can't buy, then you see the frustration start to build up, and then you see Dartmouth kind of sees the light at the end of the tunnel and try to come back and score a goal there. I mean, you could absolutely see that happen, but at the other end, you could obviously see Duxbury put one in early here, and then now you're down 2 as Dartmouth, and that's really hard to come back from, especially against a team like this. But good on Dartmouth coming back in that second period and really playing Duxbury neck and neck there. They started off a little nervous. It seemed like they were on their heels a little bit to start off the period. A couple of bad giveaways in the first there. And in the second period, they came back. But again, you just got to stay disciplined. Those penalties are going to kill you.
One of the things that makes it even more difficult is that if Duxbury scores, you don't get the player back. The man advantage continues along, so they could pump in multiple goals.
That's right.
Reed Martin in the corner. Duxbury playing it back to the point. Wrist shot through. Deflected wide. Duxbury tries to shove it right back in front. Machado slides across. The net comes off its mooring. Freight's down there helping out.
And it looked like Harrington there.
Buzzing around the net.
Had the puck on his backhand, and he could see the wide open net. By the time he pulled it to his forehand, Machado was there, and then the net got dislodged.
Duxbury very good with puck control, especially at the points, but this time the Indians move it out, and Howarth goes down into the offensive end. He's killing off time, which is the most important thing. Indians taken away by Freights, fires it right back down. First 45 seconds of the period has gone by. Duxbury knows they have plenty of time, so they set up. Long pass through the neutral zone. Brady Glass backhands it down deep. Reed Martin has it now. Martin throws it right out right away. Boy, Howarth, you're almost stuck behind the defense.
Yeah, dangerous little clear attempt by Reed Martin there. Just barely got it out of the zone. Lucky break there for Dartmouth.
3:15 to go on the power play. Through the neutral zone it goes. Duxbury having trouble getting out. Good forecheck here by Damian Medeiros. Long way to go on this power play. Still 3 minutes to go. Wrist shot through. Saved by Machado. Bouncing puck rebound. Damian Medeiros goes to the boards. Centering pass taken away by Cruz, and he'll clear it out.
Yep, nice clean look there from Machado. A little bit of a rebound, but the Indians are able to control it, get out of the zone. Crucial play there.
2:45 to go on the major. Wing to wing. That's Wick Ross. Taken away that time by Luke Caniff. And Caniff fires it out. Looks like it took a strange deflection and went out of play.
Coach Capello with a almost nice catch there on the bench in one hand.
That's too bad that didn't, catch a piece of the glass and go out to center ice.
Yeah, and then you got another 15 seconds or so burned off the power play. But 2:32 here to go. Let's see if they can kill the rest of this.
Not to mention Duxbury winning the faceoff right here. Behind the net, Caniff. Indians, can they get it out? On the near side. Caniff slides it down. 2:15 to go on the major penalty. Here comes Dan Bird. He's got a goal tonight. Lamisa tries the sweep check. J.C. Freites goes into the corner. Freites put to the boards now by Dan Bird. Out of the corner comes Duxbury. Back to the point. Almost stolen from the circle. Wrist shot. Puck deflected wide. Charlie Camiza backhands it out. Gets it to Caniff. And Caniff fires it down. Excuse me, that's Larrabee. 1:45 to go on the penalty. Long way to go, but it continues to trickle down. Bonner to the net. Around the other side. To the circle. Wrist shot. That one very high and wide. Taken away. Here's Cruz. Cruz almost snuck down the middle. Good recovery by Mike Hussey.
Oh, Cruz just an inch behind that puck, looking for the breakaway. Just isn't able to get there in time.
Indians couldn't clear from the circle. Backhander now a bouncing puck. Machado tried to go down and get it. Now it's J.C. Freites. Has some ice. Freites to the blue line. Shot. Blocked. Rebound. Oh! Howard shot it over the net. 1 minute left on the power play. Indians working extremely hard here in period number 3 as Freites fires it down.
Another small little good attention to detail. Great little play by Freites there to keep the puck in the zone. Burn some more time off that clock.
Medeiros took a chance. Back the other way. Glass to the corner. 38 seconds left on the power play. Centering pass. Reed Martin broke it up as he went down to one knee with the stick down to the ice. 30 seconds left on the major penalty.
Really, really important play there by Reed Martin. Gets his stick down, is able to stop that pass from going into that dangerous slot area.
There's Medeiros. Medeiros almost had a breakaway. Medeiros looking for a pass down to Cullen Larrabee. Bounces over his stick with 15 seconds left on the power play. Nice defensive play by Reed Martin. 7 seconds left on the power play. And we have some contact here behind the line. Behind the blue line.
Are we getting a penalty here or no?
Faceoff is going to be called at center ice. There's only 4 seconds left on the major. The Indians have all but killed it off. Amazingly. Still 4 seconds, of course. You could lose the faceoff and they could go right down and get an opportunity. But
unlikely it may
what
seem,
a job by the Indians. And
now here we go.
Nelson's going to come out of the box. 2 seconds, 1 second. Out he comes. And what a kill there by Dartmouth.
Just an incredible job by Dartmouth to kill that penalty off. A bunch of amazing defensive plays by Reed Martin.
Will they be gassed or will they be invigorated? Here's Martin.
Time will tell.
Steele in front. Nelson goes down. He was in the box for the last 5 minutes of playing time. Now Medeiros gets it out. Nice play. Here's J.C. Freites. Freites. Shot! Oh, I think I might have caught. Did he catch the crossbar? Or did he catch the glove?
He had a little opening there in the top shelf.
Mazanek. Bouncing puck. Cruz couldn't get it. Goes to the slot area. Oh, and now it is just iced by Wheeler, even though he had plenty of time to do something with it. He just dumps it.
And as I was saying before the Indians killed the penalty off, that play right there is an example of frustration by Duxbury. Just icing it, getting it out of the zone. They're feeling the pressure now from Dartmouth.
John Bisho out there to take the face off. Puck goes down to the corner. Mike Hussey around the boards. Andrade looking to keep it in through the center ice. And now a big hit on the near side. Caniff goes back to get it. Great save by Machado. Oh, 2 great stops right there on Pettinger. Now it goes down to Nelson behind the net in the corner. Bisho has a goal tonight. Long pass up ahead, looking for Larrabee. No, that's Andrade. Andrade shot. Sticked aside that time by goaltender Mazanek. 9:08 to go in the game. Face-off coming up in the offensive end for Dartmouth.
And it may not seem like much, but a really good play there by Andrade. The puck skips off of the goaltender's stick and goes right up into the net, and now we have an offensive zone face-off here.
And they win it. Reed Martin to the net. Shot goes wide. Long rebound. Camisa tried to get it back to Nelson. Get some help. Camisa takes it. Camisa with a shot. That goes wide of Maznek. On the near side, Dartmouth on the forecheck. Now it is collected here by Larrabee. Puck bounces up and out of play with 8:42 left in regulation time.
And no delay of game there as it trickles off the stick. There's a little bit of a deflection. It looks like we're going to have a draw at center ice here.
This game feels a lot different than it did just a little while ago. Up for grabs. Collected here by Freites. Freites tried to cut to the slot. Shot is fired up onto the Duxbury bench. Face-off coming up in the
offensive zone.
Big face-off here for Dartmouth. Everyone big at this point with 8:29 left.
Again, you start to see that little bit of panic from Duxbury. They just fire it right into their own bench.
Cruz couldn't get that face-off. A big win there by Duxbury. Brendan Bonner. Indians on the forecheck. Played down deep there by Martin. Banked out that time by Bonner. And another icing against Duxbury and another big offensive zone face-off for Dartmouth.
Another slow icing as we saw in the first period there. Just kind of trickles down. And again, as you just said, really, really important face-off here for Dartmouth. Every offensive zone draw is important, but from here on out, crucial.
8:13 left. Freites coming to the near side along with Josh Nelson. Reed Martin has to go back to get it. Gets rid of it right away. Medeiros to the net. Glove saved by Maznek. Another offensive zone faceoff for Dartmouth. 7:54 to go. Wow, excitement. You could cut the tension with a knife right now in this 2-1 game. Pichot pushes it toward the net. Tried to shovel it in the short side. All the way back to the Indian end it goes. Josh Nelson for Dartmouth. Near side to Caniff. From the point, shot tipped wide of the net. Nelson has some time. Flips it out. Tries to get the bouncing puck in favor of Camisa. Here's Caniff. Wheels into the offensive end. Caniff deep to the net, out in front. Pichot across. Camisa. Camisa lines it up. Bounces in the slot area. Indians fight to keep it in. Here's Martin. Martin to the net. Oh, it just missed. Oh, Martin with a great look at the net. And back comes O'Connell with a breakaway. Score! O'Connell makes it 3-1.
And a little bit of a classless move there by some of the Duxbury forwards, doing the shush sign to the Dartmouth fans, waving goodbye. There's still 7 minutes left in this hockey game. It's only a 2-goal lead. A really tough bounce there for Dartmouth. You had Reed Martin with the shot in tight, but then it bounced all the way back and there's a breakaway the other way.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because you're absolutely right. The momentum of the shot came all the way around. It was really a fortunate bounce. And hey, Duxbury took advantage of the fortunate bounce, but still, he buries it, picked the spot, and it's 3-1 with 6:46 to go. Still time on the clock. Cullen Larrabee taking the face-off now for Dartmouth. Can the Indians claw back into this one? 6:40 left. Game becoming pretty physical. Man knocked down, no call. Pass out in front. Great look at the net. No goal. It was right on the line, and now it goes in. The official was waving it off, but then finally hacked in by Dan Bird to make it 4-1.
You hate to see some of these classless gestures here from the Duxbury players. You got to act like you've been there before.
So those two goals coming 30 seconds apart. And it now feels like an insurmountable lead for Duxbury.
That's the metaphorical dagger right there.
Freight's with it. Freight's to the net. Out in front. Oh, loose puck in the slot. And the net becomes dislodged with 6:21 to go. Wow, 2-1 just a minute ago of playing time. And these last two goals have really
just killer because the score really isn't indicative of how the game has gone.
No.
I mean, Dartmouth's been right there with Duxbury the whole game.
And they spent so much time having to kill off that 5-minute major that by the time that was over, you expended a lot of, the legs of your top players, and then it limited the amount of time that you would have to come back.
Yeah, the puck seemed like it was trickling on that goal line for what it seemed like for forever.
I thought it almost went over the first time, or that it was over the first time, but the official was right there.
Yeah, just so much chaos in front of that net, so many bodies piling onto each other.
Will Gibson for Dartmouth. Now Caniff. Intercepted to the net. They try to tuck it 5-hole underneath Machado. Loose puck. A real scramble. And the referee blows the whistle with 5:52 to go. Well, the Duxbury Dragons, they definitely played a good game, but I think, the Indians had some opportunities that just didn't go their way. Off the top of that, the 5-minute penalty. The breakaway by Duxbury goes in the net. The breakaway by Dartmouth does not find its way into the net. Machado definitely playing a tremendous game, however. Had a comment played well, but didn't see the rubber that Machado has seen. There's a blast from the point. It goes high and wide. 5.5 minutes left. Camisa. Puck knocked down at the faceoff circle. Wrist shot through. Nice save by Machado. On the other side, Nelson. Puck going back to the point. Played down deep here by Duxbury. Duxbury killing off time. Really, if you're at the point for Duxbury, it's a smart play just to feed it down. No need to try to blast it through or anything.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're up 3. It's 5 minutes left. You just want to keep getting it deep, burn off as much of that clock as you can.
Puck slid all the way down, goes behind the Duxbury net. Hops over the stick of Martin. Almost a steal there. Reed Martin behind his own net. Charging into the offensive end. Couldn't get the shot off. Nick Howarth covers. Lays it across. Shot through a screen, and it's knocked down. Martin got a shot on net. 4:20 left. Kai Andrade goes hard into the right wing corner. And the puck is out to center ice. 4:10 left in the game. Indians trying to regroup. Here's Caniff. Caniff out in front. Intercepted by the Duxbury D. And flipped down with less than 4 minutes left.
Another good play there from Bonner. Senior veteran type of move. Up 3, clear it out. Puck trickles down, burns all kinds of time off the clock.
Caniff through the neutral zone. Freights couldn't get it. Here's Bird. Take it away. Puck slides down. Hewlett through the neutral zone. 3:15 to go. Icing against Duxbury with 3:12 left in the game. So it's looking like Duxbury heading off to the Chelmsford Forum to take on Masconomet, the number 4 seed in Division 2. Real strong team, the power rankings. So whoever was going to win today was going to have certainly a challenging game up at the Chelmsford Forum.
Definitely.
Which as of this recording here on Wednesday. The game is Friday at 5 o'clock. A shot and a score. What a snipe by Tyler Wassler. And it's 5-1 Duxbury.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 minutes left. You're down 3. I don't think Machado was really expecting that shot. Big deflating blow these last couple of goals here. Bunch of classless gestures from the Duxbury team. Pretty frustrating to watch. Tough if you're Dartmouth because you had such a great season. You played this team neck and neck. You feel like you can skate with them. You watch the game, and I mean, again, the score is not indicative of the gameplay. And I mean, these two teams play 10 games. They might split 5-5. I mean, it's that close. And just unfortunate here for Dartmouth. A really unfortunate turn of events. Really sad to see the season end this way.
Well, after the Indians killed off that 5-minute major, we're thinking, okay, 2-1. Let's see what we can do. There were a couple of minutes there where the Indians got some opportunities, but then Duxbury scored 3 goals in 4 minutes to blow the game open. And that first goal there by Connor O'Connell after Reed Martin came up and was thinking, maybe I can tie the game here. Shot went over the crossbar all the way around and resulted in a breakaway the other way.
And that was the big play of the game right there. Reed, he's looking for the goal there. He sees a spot right above the glove hand. I saw it, too, from this angle. But, again, those things can turn dangerous if it wraps around the glass and comes all the way back out. They had to break the other way, and then they were just able to beat Machado on the shot. And that was just a real killer moment right there. And that's pretty much what sealed the deal. I know in the time I said that, the game wasn't over yet, and then there was a goal right after that. I mean, that was it right there.
J.C. Freites into the offensive end. Oh, and the shot almost broke off of Masnek. Caniff in the corner. Medeiros couldn't get a handle to it. Duxbury comes back the other way. They slide it down. Reed Martin goes behind the net. Martin, the center ice. Howarth couldn't get it. Just out of the stretch stick of Freites. Pettinger in the corner. Centering pass covered by Duxbury. And you see Luke Caniff frustrated, getting right in the face of Tyler Wassler, I should say.
Yeah, and you're going to expect that type of emotion from Dartmouth, especially when you're playing an opponent like Duxbury, who's been, just kind of rubbing it in our face. And it's really leaving kind of a disgusting taste in my mouth watching it. It's really, really, as a former player, really frustrating. You see their players doing all these gestures towards our crowd and towards the bench and getting in our face and everything. It's just, it's not something that you really like to see. You like to see a classy win.
Well, you see, usually, we have that Dartmouth-Stang rivalry, and most of the time the celebrations are by the players in front of their own fans.
Right.
Not so much to the other, I mean, it can happen. People can get fired up and, but hey, the adrenaline's rolling and here we go.
Definitely understand that. But at the same time, this isn't the final either. It's only the second round. So they're acting like they won the Stanley Cup or something. And, it's just kind of frustrating to see, obviously, And don't blame Dartmouth for letting the emotions get to them a little bit there.
Caniff in the neutral ice area. 1 minute left on the period. And Howarth getting tangled up. And there's Josh. Nope, that was Kai Andrade that time. Tossing a shove in there. And Well,
we were talking about classless.
Hey, listen, Andrew, you're bleeding green. That's what you're supposed to do, right? As a former member of...
it's my former school, obviously, pulling for them a little
playing
bit.
From Coach Capello over there. And
classless chant there from Dartmouth. probably feeling the same way that I am. I'm a little bit more of a grown adult now. Obviously, not going to be doing that. But you want to see class. You want to see class in these types of situations.
I think one of the Dartmouth parents is over there saying, "Come on now."
Yeah, I mean, you're playing in front of your parents, grandparents, things like that. No one really wants to see that on both ends, really.
So a penalty against Kai Andrade, who gave that shove after the confrontation. So actually, the Indians are going to finish the game shorthanded. Perhaps appropriate because it feels like they've been shorthanded for a chunk of the game, probably like 10 minutes of time.
Yeah, almost a whole period. It seems like they've been on the power play.
25 seconds left in the period. And they're just going to let the clock wind down without any kind of challenge. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left in the game. This is how basketball games usually end.
Yeah. Pretty bizarre to see it end that way, but I mean.
5 seconds to go.
Look at the scoreboard.
And it's Duxbury moving on to the third round in the state tournament as they defeat the Dartmouth Indians 5-1 here at the Bog. Quick recap on the scoring. Brandon Bonner, a power play goal to make it 1-0. Then Dan Bird, even strength goal to make it 2-0. Big goal by James Charrier with 2:15 to go in the second to make it 2-1. But then in the third period, after the Indians killed off that 5-minute major to Josh Nelson, they blew it open with 3 goals in 4 minutes. Connor O'Connell on the breakaway, Dan Bird, followed by Tyler Wassler. All in all, a nice season here for the Dartmouth Indians, Andrew, and we've enjoyed covering them from the beginning.
Yeah, great season from the Dartmouth Indians, and it didn't end the way that they wanted it to. But when does it ever? When you have something like the state tournament?
Yeah, right.
It's not very often you make it all the way to the final. Really, really tough thing to do. You come to these games, you see the emotion on the seniors' face, knowing that this is their last game wearing the green. I know that feeling all too well, as this is the rink where I played my last game 9 years ago.
Oh, that's when the other team scored 1 second after the buzzer. Was that?
That's right. End of the second period.
Yeah,
0.0 on the clock.
Sorry about that.
And the puck's still on the stick. They call it goal. Anyways, 9 years ago.
And we have the tape to prove it. But yeah, no, a tough place to play. The big neutral zones. Looks like the players are gathering themselves and now showing mutual respect, which you want to see.
And then, this right here is what the sport's all about right here, is this type of respect here between the two clubs.
The Indians finish at 15-5-1, but they're graduating so many terrific players. 8 seniors: J.C. Freites, Josh Nelson, Nick Howarth, Damian Medeiros, Luke Caniff, Cullen Larrabee, and backup goaltender Liam Fogarty. So that's a nice list there that I'll tell you, head coach Mike Capello is going to miss.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of great seniors here for Dartmouth. Again, they had a great season. They've been a real treat to watch this year.
You and I were at Headland the other day, right? And that was the day that Dartmouth, the staying boys team and the staying girls team, which is really a co-op with so many schools, including New Bedford High School, where you teach at and so forth. And all of those games could have gone either way. Dartmouth boys pulled it out, but in overtime, and the staying boys lost it in overtime. Either one of those games could have been flip-flop. And, of course, the staying girls losing in overtime. But, we're entering the postseason. I think we were kind of thinking, okay, one of these 3 teams might be able to, last a little while, make a run and all that. But the state tournament takes no prisoners. They can all be done in 48 hours, and all 3 teams are gone quick.
For sure. I mean, you see it every year. It's really, really hard to just string together a whole bunch of wins. You're playing really tough opponents in the state tournament, obviously. It's really, really hard to make it deep in, but the talent on Dartmouth, we expected Dartmouth to continue to roll here. I mean, obviously Duxbury was the higher seed, but it seemed like, watching most of this game, it seemed like Dartmouth was right there with them. And they proved that today. I mean, again, the score was not really indicative of how the entire game went. We talk about how the little things can make a really big difference in these types of hockey games, and this game was no different.
I'll tell you, Ashton Machado, we mentioned it in between periods, but the sophomore goaltender, he had a terrific game for Dartmouth, especially early on. Save after save. Really kept the Indians hanging around for most of the game.
Yeah, I mean, again, the breakaway, tough, a really tough break there. I mean, there's so much immense pressure on your shoulders in that situation, coming in tight, especially after you just killed that 5-minute major. But I can't say enough great things about Machado. He's had such a fantastic season, and even tonight, he had a really good game tonight, and the bounces just didn't go their way, unfortunately.
Well, Andrew, it's always a lot of fun announcing games. You and I having this opportunity to do this together. It's so much fun. We've enjoyed covering this terrific Dartmouth team all this year. And we always say it every year. We'll see you next year, but it has been a lot of fun.
Likewise.
All right. And of course, Peter Chase is over here, and he's the gentleman that we deal with here at Dartmouth Community Media. Thanks to him for all the great coverage this year. And for all of the people at Dartmouth Community Media, we'd like to thank you and the people at home for supporting us in our coverage of Dartmouth High School hockey. Final score again, Duxbury 5 and Dartmouth 1. For my partner, Andrew Santos, I'm Paul Santos. We'll see you next year for Dartmouth High School hockey here on Dartmouth Community Media. Good night from the Bog in Kingston, Massachusetts.